All right, this is Jeremy over here at Donald's Grove Tattoo, and I'm with...
Richie Pace, how you
That's
doing?
right. Now, Richie, I'm 41 years old, and you've known me... When did you meet me?
You were 12 years old.
12 years old, so we've known each other for 30
Close to
years
30
or so.
years. 30 years.
How'd you meet Ray?
I met Ray. I was making a delivery. I've been a truck driver
Yeah.
for 42 years. And at one of my stops, me and another guy were talking tattoos, and he goes, looked, and he goes, you got to go to Downers Grove Tattoo.
Okay.
I go, why is that? He goes, they're the best around. I said, yeah, sure, everyone says it. So I wound up going there, and I seen their work and went through their pages and met Ray and said, wow, this is just phenomenal.
That was
and
the
I
one.
started getting tattoos there. And I don't think, no, I do think for sure I've never been anywhere else in 30 years.
Yep. That's right. Yeah.
That's true, So I took a hiatus for about 18, 19 years and started back up about 3 years ago.
And you know what? During that hiatus, though, when you weren't getting worked on, you still came around and helped us move from location to location.
And did stuff,
Yeah.
and you guys came to my shows when I was
Yeah,
performing.
exactly. Oh, yeah. Well, tell me about that.
Well, I've been a professional musician for the last 25 years. I did 2 CDs with my original band, Max Cady.
Which is from, we got to know the history of the name. Some young people may not fucking know who
Max
Max
Cady is a character
Yes.
played by Robert De Niro in a 1991 movie called Cape Fear, where his lawyer fucks him and he does 14 years in the penitentiary. And I thought, fucking lawyers that do evil stuff like that, they should have some repercussions.
Yes.
And I thought, such a cool name and such a cool story. I said, next band I get together will be Max Cady Band. And we had some success, not of course at the level which I would have liked. The music industry is very fickle and a lot of ups and downs in there, but I kept on pounding. And the last few years I've done 2 more CDs with the band Polk.
That's right.
It stands for Pace, Olson, Cruzy, Erickson, and we only play out a couple times a year now, 3-4 times a year. I'm getting a little older now, and
Right.
the family and grandkids and all that stuff.
Exactly, man. We got like real life going on. It's not just working out anymore. And stuff.
It's the priority thing. You
Yeah.
know, you just can't book as much. What grandkid's going to have a birthday or a graduation or a recital? You got to take things in perspective. I've had my fun. It's not the bottom line too, Jeremy. It's not about. And this isn't anything. This isn't everything in life. It's not always the finished product of it all.
Yeah.
It's the fucking ride. It's the ride. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy the ride on the horse's back? Did you like the gallop? Did you like the peaks and the valleys?
Yeah.
The triumphs and the defeats. That's how I see it. It's, and that's what you do. It's just like any other part of life,
Heck yeah.
I grew up on the west side of Chicago. Now, I could tell you stories about that, some that could make your skin crawl.
I bet. Some I don't want to know.
Some
I'm surprised you can sleep at night.
I have to. I have to. It took a few years for me to clear my conscience. This goes back years ago.
Okay.
When I talk about the west side of Chicago, I grew up in a multi-racial ghetto, which when I say that is white, Latino, and blacks, junkies, prostitutes, drive-by shootings, gangs, brutal cops, corrupt politicians, corrupt cops, which makes it all the worse,
Yeah.
The gang fights that left friends dead and mangled, friends that died in the penitentiary, friends that went back to friends that are in the penitentiary now. Personally, I never did no time, only because I didn't get caught.
All right. Yeah, you got to be smart about it, right?
Either smart or luck was on my side that night.
An angel could have been watching over.
If you believe in that, I'm not a person of God between you and I.
Yeah.
But maybe the stars were watching over me, or maybe there's that thing. 1 second makes a difference sometimes. You walk in one door. A second later, something bad could happen. A matter of a few seconds can be a whole turn on life. Did a lot of collecting money for people that weren't getting their money paid to them.
Okay.
Had my own little side business, lived like 5-6 years doing
Yeah.
that. Didn't have to kill no one.
Right. So you like scrapping?
Oh yeah, I'm an ex-amateur boxer. Did a lot of street fighting. Back when I was young, 20s and 30s,
Yeah.
I would welcome a good fist fight. And that's the difference now is back then there was a pride in how you could use your fist. Now that's a thing in the past. Everyone just wants to shoot.
It's out the
Back
window.
back when I grew up in the 60s and the 70s, I was a teen. By the time it was I was 20 years old in 78, but even then we were still using our fists. Once it got to be in the middle 80s,
Yeah.
and I was in my later 20s, that's when the tide changed, where people just started doing the drive-bys, or if you had a confrontation, they'd rather shoot you.
Yeah.
They had no respect for a one-on-one confrontation with bare knuckles, which, like I said, I welcomed at the time.
Yeah. Now, is it a thing? Did anyone ever dip their hands in glue and glass and stuff? Is that
Did they what?
dip their hands in glue and glass and fight?
Oh, I've never known anyone that did that.
Right.
No, I've had that. I never had. I have had confrontations, and I even did it once with it. It's called, and I'm not a racist. It's called the nigger knife. That's what we called it back
Okay.
then, where you break a bottle, and that could be the worst knife possible.
Oh,
Fight
yeah.
with a bottle like that. So
Uh-huh.
I have been in confrontations with that. I've had 2 full beer bottles busted over my head in fights.
And you don't get knocked out when that happens.
Never been pool cue broken half over my head. I've been whipped with antennas. I've been stabbed in the chest. A baseball batted. It got stitches up there. Wound up in the hospital. I've been shot at numerous times, but never been hit. Seen friends hit. Why we were in confrontations. So yeah, I've seen it all, done a lot of it, and like I said, like you say, maybe there's an angel. I don't know.
We don't know, right?
You shouldn't exclude something if you don't know for sure.
Doesn't necessarily have to be a god, but there could be more forces.
I'm a
something.
firm believer of
Okay.
force. I mean, look how big the galaxy alone is. I mean,
Yeah.
if we think that the human race and Earth is the only thing in this whole big universe that has intelligent life, then we're really stupid.
Now, here, I got a question for you. Some people think that there is no universe, there is no space, and that we're like an enclosed environment.
Who are these scientists that say that, or when you say some people?
Yeah, there's some group of people who are called flat earthers.
What are they called?
Flat earthers.
They think that Earth is flat.
And that there's like an enclosed dome over us. And they say, they speak from the Bible.
Yeah.
And they say, as above, so below. They're saying there's water above us, water beneath us. And if that, I don't know, they believe that we are the only people in the universe and that the sun revolves. They think that the Earth is flat and stationary and that the sun moves around us as opposed to us moving around the sun.
Here's what I would say to that. Even when I was in grade school, I think in 1500, before the great astrologers and scientists came out before noon and all that, people did believe that the world was flat and that you would fall off. We also believed that Earth was the center of the universe and that the sun revolved around it and Earth was the center.
Yeah.
We didn't know about the size of the Milky Way galaxy, that there's 100 billion stars in this galaxy, and the sun is only one middle-sized, middle-aged star. Yeah, the sun is about 5 billion years old, half a billion years older than Earth.
Wow.
I mean, we've made so many scientific breakthroughs with
Right.
the Hubble telescope, and now the telescope on the space station. Just so everyone knows, and this is a proven fact, they can see galaxies. There's also 100 to 200 billion, if you could figure that, known galaxies out there that each have 100 billion stars. Do the math; it's just sick to even think about it. And some of these galaxies are 14 point. Almost 14 I'm trying to get this right. 14.5 billion years old since the Big Bang Theory. It would take at traveling at 186,000 miles per second.
Jesus.
You know, like a billion years to get to them. That's how big the universe is across.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So the people that have their flat theory and all that, enjoy your theory. You
Yeah,
know?
right?
I'm a man of science. I've watched a lot of stuff and read a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But that was a good question, you know.
Right.
But yeah, what else are you on? What else could we talk about?
Wow. Okay. Here. Do you think that we went to the moon?
I know right now we could send stuff a lot further than there.
Uh-huh.
Did the man walk on the moon? I
Right.
hear it was staged.
Okay.
That they had, you know, I mean, that's a great thing about Hollywood or cameras
Yeah.
or anything. They can do anything with special effects that
That's
make
true.
it look like the moon. It's questionable, you know. If we did, why haven't we been back there? Why haven't we landed on another rock then?
Exactly.
You know, so
Yep.
so that there's some skepticism there about it. I think we'd like to venture out more than we can. We just you can't do it with rocket fuel. You can't do it with liquid fuel.
Right.
You gotta to really go somewhere. You gotta find a way to travel at least close to 186,000 miles per second to get to the nearest star, which is about 3 light years away.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I think we're a few thousand years away from that still, if we don't destroy ourselves.
I think we would first.
I think we will first too, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think we've been close a couple times. I think man is on the eve of destruction.
Yeah.
Especially now. I mean, I'm glad that we have nuclear power for these other idiots that are starting to threaten us.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad we do. And just another thing I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And I voted for Trump this year, and I'm
Okay.
proud to say it. I want us to have a strong military. Otherwise, you can be bullied. Can't be bullied by North Korea. You can't be bullied by any third world country that has nuclear power or any other country that says they're your friend.
Right.
And smiling and shaking your hand because you just don't know. Have a strong military. Be the big dog
Yes.
in the neighborhood. You know, protect your people. I thank all our veterans. Number one. That go there and protect our country.
Yes.
I thank every policeman in every municipality, whether it's Chicago, I live in a town called Northlake, whether we're in Downers Grove, where we are right now, every fireman out there, every county cop, every state police, we'd be in big trouble without them. It'd
Yeah.
be chaos. Support your local law enforcement, because they're looking out for you.
Yep. See? So now about the moon, let me tell you in my opinion.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Van Allen belt of radiation?
No, it's a band.
It's like if the globe is here, we have like a belt going all the way around us.
Yeah.
It's encompassing the Earth.
Yeah.
It's the Van Allen belt of radiation. Now, you've been to the dentist before.
Yes.
Now, do you remember when you go to the dentist, they put a freaking metal bib over your chest before they take an
I
x-ray
do.
of you? Yeah, that is lead. Because lead is one of the only protectors of radiation. So they put this lead bib on you, and then that girl leaves the fucking room even, so that she's not even in the room when the x-ray goes off.
Yeah.
Now, if they have to protect you like that when you're in a dentist office, you got to tell me how, and if they're passing through this Van Allen belt to get to the moon, how come these astronauts' spacesuits or the space shuttle isn't made out of lead?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that they went at all.
Interesting.
It is an interesting thing,
Yeah.
right? Because, I mean, and also, like you said, last time that we went was 1972.
That we actually stood on the
That
moon?
we actually went to the
So
moon.
someone else did go there before the 68 walk? Or
No, 69 was the first. But then
60
we went 6 other times afterwards.
That the guys got off and went on there?
Yes.
Okay.
Now here's another great one, Rich. Here's what we got to talk about too: is when it went up, it was during Richard Nixon's time,
Yes.
and the people landed on the moon, and you could see Richard Nixon was talking on a telephone to
Yeah.
them on the moon, and there was no delay.
Oh, that's ridiculous. There'd have to be at least 7 or 8 or 10. Or I'm thinking even minutes, maybe.
Listen to this. So there was no delay, 69 to 72, and now
I gotta look up that footage on YouTube.
You do.
He's on the phone talking to an astronaut.
Yes, and there's no delay.
And what is the astronaut talking back on?
Maybe they're talking about the weather, huh?
No, but I mean, what does he have?
It must be an intercom.
Okay.
It must be some Star Wars bullshit. I don't know.
No delay.
No delay. Now, when you know the ISS, International Space Station.
Yes.
That's up there floating around. Allegedly, I must add, I don't believe in that.
Okay.
But it's up there, and they talk to people here on Earth, and there is an 11-second delay in 2018. But in 1969, there was no delay.
Yeah, well, I believe in the space station up there because that's right. What I was telling you, that's where the latest telescope is that's been taking these pictures that I believe in.
Yes.
And there's 11-second delay, and that's just above the atmosphere, maybe 15, 20,000 feet.
It's before the Van Allen belt, so it's like 215 miles up, I think, maybe. Because the Van Allen is, I want to say, 300 miles up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's 5,280 feet to a mile. Okay, so what would that be?
You know that. You know there's 5,280 feet in a mile. I know that too.
Yeah, 1,760
wow, not many people know
yards.
That. Yeah.
You know, I've always been a math guy.
Yeah.
I'm not real good in school with other stuff. Math was the one thing that I always scored high on. But, I love sharing these beliefs and theories with other people.
Because they're all theories.
Because a lot, I'm one person that always says, I do not know it all, whether it's politics or anything. I always believe in this. You can always learn something every day and be educated by someone older or younger.
If you're open-minded.
Yeah, you have to be open-minded. Don't, please, I see pompous people that think they know it all
Yep.
about everything. We're all students, man. That's why they say he's practicing law, he's practicing medicine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you being a professional tattooer, you're still honing on and be on your craft to be. And you'll learn new things and get
all
better.
Time.
You know, your father Ray's been doing it probably since high school, since almost 50 years. You know, no one knows it all. It's something new stuff comes up. You know.
Hell yeah! Now, okay, so we were just talking about the ISS. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go get my laptop because there's a live feed of the ISS, right?
Yeah.
Do you know about that? There's a 24-hour live feed.
Alive?
Live. Okay, here, hold on. Check. Okay, everybody. We're going to be right back in a minute because I'm going to tell Richie here all the reasons why I think it's fake. So hold on.
We're talking about the space station up there.
Yep. I don't believe it exists.
The new telescope.
I don't believe it exists.
The Russians are with us and all that? Okay.
Yep. Isn't that crazy that I don't think it exists? I'm going to show you why. Hold on. We're going to be right back, guys.
I want to see it.
You do. Okay, hold on.